Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Melman Podcast. My name is Zach Marzo. David Melman's not here this morning, just solo, just me. I wanted to chat today, nothing crazy, just maybe a little bit letting our audience and other people that know of Melman Law Group and my role with Melman Law Group and Melman Podcast, and just essentially get to know me a little bit better, who I am, where I came from, how I became a part of the team at Melman Law Group. What the purpose of Melman Podcast is. We talked about that on our very first episode, but just wanted to touch base a little bit more on that, let people get to know who I am, a little bit more about Melman Law Group, which we don't talk about a ton, but at the end of the day, I'm the Director of Business Development at Melman Law Group, which basically means my job is to connect with other people in the industry, try to create business relationships. A huge part of what I do as well is managing clients and their experience. Our number one mission at Melman Law Group is to provide an unrivaled customer or client service experience. What we've seen is that the customer service side, the client service side, holding people's hands throughout the process is the number one goal and mission. And I guess what makes us continue to grow and continue to bring in more clients, represent more clients. I'm not an attorney. However, what I do know is that at the end of the day, you can be absolutely fabulous trial attorney, legal assistant, paralegal, doesn't matter what. If you don't have the ability to relate to people, to connect with people, to make them feel cozy, as we say, you're not going to really go too far. The best brands in the world provide customer service, whether it's Amazon or Nordstrom or Zappos or Apple. Everybody has a bad experience with one of these companies, but at the end of the day, the majority above average feedback from a lot of these brands is that, the service is there. If there's a problem, they fix it. And that's what we do. We're not here to scrape up every penny from every case. Our job is to make sure the client leaves happy, they leave healthy, and they're willing to share their experience with somebody else, which helps us continue to grow. That's what it's all about. So that's Melman Law Group. Where I come into play, I've known Marina and David for years. I met David first back in high school, 10th grade, English class. He knew my brother before that because my brother was a manager at a pizzeria in Buffalo, and they were working together. Ended up meeting David in English class. Stayed friends after that. Became a lot closer once David moved to Charlotte, which is where I was living at the time. It's where I went to college. Maybe I'll stop right there. I went to school for accounting. I got my undergraduate degree in accounting. I got my bachelor's, undergraduate degree in accounting. I got my master's, my graduate degree in accounting as well, Master's of Accountancy program. Started working, passed the CPA exam, started working as an auditor for PricewaterhouseCoopers, one of the big four accounting firms in Charlotte, and that was my goal. I want to be at the top. If I'm an accountant, where is the top? And that's what I was always striving for, but I never really thought about what the job entailed. What did it look like? I was just chasing kind of the title, the position, the company to work for. And then I soon realized that I absolutely hated it. And, crunching numbers and, sitting at a computer and not talking to anybody for 17 hours a day, some days, legitimately, just wasn't going to be my thing. Left that. I've always really felt like I like to connect with people. I like to help people. I like to inspire people. I like to motivate people. I like to just be around good people, good energy. And with that, I started doing personal training, got into fitness very heavily, did a couple competitions with that, just for personal satisfaction, not to try to, be the best looking body on stage or, the biggest body on stage, whatever the case is. It was more of, hey, I want to see how far I can push my body and my mind to accomplish a goal. And with that, it was helping other people accomplish goals. So I worked for Fitness Together, which was a fitness franchise. They're all over the United States. One-on-one training. Started doing that. Did that for a few years. David actually ended up moving to Charlotte and started living with my brother there. Worked together. Developed more of a bond. Really saw how each of us, provided that customer service experience, whether it was serving tables, bartending, you name it, doesn't matter the job, connected more there. David ended up leaving. I continued to do my personal training after I left the accounting world, reconnected 2 years ago with David because I was picking his brain. I thought about buying the fitness franchise that I was working for. And it was a big leap. And, I trusted David. He had already been with Melman Law Group for 2 years or so after his wife, Marina, founded the firm back in 2013 or 2014, which was, doing immigration and family law before the whole personal injury side. But he said, hey, come down here, help out the brand, let's do this. And I took that leap of faith. It wasn't easy, but at the same time, I really didn't feel like I had another choice. Like it just felt like the right choice. I don't even really feel like I made the choice. I just kind of did it. It was just kind of natural. And it was the best thing, 2 years ago, came down, started meeting with as many doctors and other providers, medical providers in the Atlanta area who are clients, obviously, if they're hurting and they need to see anybody under the sun, free of charge. If they're being represented, it was my job to create some new relationships, and that's exactly what I did, which was cool. Getting out there, shaking hands, having meetings, doing dinners. Not a ton, they get old, as everybody knows, but it was super cool connecting with people. And then on the case management side, the client management side, making sure people got what they needed. And so I feel like it's been a great fit since then. COVID hit. We started Melman Podcast just as another way to reach people, bring in local business owners, connect with the community. It's been great. We're just getting started. 4.5 years doing personal injury only. We feel like we're just scratching the surface of what, we can do. And it's funny, we're a small player in this big industry of personal injury. And, we're just trying to do it the right way. More of a boutique feel, smaller firm. Although we have 9-10 employees or team members, at the end of the day, it's such a unique customer service experience of helping our clients get through the property damage side of things, reminding them of appointments, making sure they're getting everything that they need, and just developing a relationship. They're not numbers; they are people with names who call back if a friend or family's in an accident, and that's what we're striving to do. I think out of this, like, if there's anything that I can share from my journey, because I went from CPA to restaurant manager, assistant manager, server, bartender, personal trainer, to now in the role that I'm in. And the one thing that's really kind of stayed the same across the board is the relationship you have with people, with your team members, with your colleagues, with your clients or customers. If you can relate to people and speak to them and connect with them, doesn't matter what industry you're in, I feel like you will do well. But also with that is taking a leap of faith when your gut tells you that it's right. Because if I didn't move from Charlotte to Atlanta and take advantage of the opportunity Marina and David were presenting to me, I'd probably still be personal training, waking up at 4:50 every morning for my first client at 5:50. And, there's nothing absolutely wrong with that. I absolutely love doing what I was doing, but this opportunity has created so much more for me. Very thankful for it, obviously, and just look forward to continuing to crush it. We honestly want to get any and all business owners in the Roswell community, in the greater metro Atlanta area, anybody who's an entrepreneur or works for a team that's up and coming, growing, passionate about getting the word out there. We'd love to have you come on. Feel free to reach out, shoot us a message, shoot us an email. At the end of the day, the connection is everything. Getting to know people, and just essentially trying to make everybody win. We are not the business that's competing with everybody else where we're at the top and everybody else kind of loses. There's a way where everybody can win. And Marina and David are absolutely fantastic with, letting that philosophy actually play out and happen. So couldn't be more thankful to be with Melman Law Group. Myself, just wanted to share a little bit more about who I am, what we do, what we're trying to do with Melman Podcast, and I really appreciate all the listeners and all the guests that we've had on. We'd love to connect with more people. Like I said, shoot us a message, leave us a message on Facebook. We're on Melman Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. What else? Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Let us know. Have an awesome day. It's Friday. Let's rock and roll. Thank you, everybody.